Check out
Darksydephil the Lolcow
in Phil of the Future next.
Yeah. Derek, good luck on your driving test tomorrow.
In Life with Derek. Today we've got all new stuff on the streams. Like, no kidding. We've got newly refreshed animations. We've got sound effects that will play in tandem with said animations. Here on my streams, we have newly refreshed animations and sound effects that coincide with said animations. So this now is for contributions of $4.20 tip, tips of $5 and up, incremental, including $5, $10, $20, $30, $50, $100 and higher, are all animations now tied in with sound effects, and many of those animations are new. Okay? For the super chat side of things, we now have new animations for $5, $10, $20, $30, and $50. I don't have anything above 50. We rarely get super chats bigger than 50, to be honest. But, you know, that's also tied in with brand new sound effects to tie in with the animations. All right. There's a few animations that are still the same, but many of them have been updated or new now. And the sound effects actually make them a lot better. Now, here we are in August, and I'm still actively improving the streams, right? Likely we won't see them all for a very long time, because it's rare when we have a stream where we're going to have every level of contribution. You know, you're talking as little as I think it's a $1 or $2 super chat gets an animation on the stream. But these new ones will start around $4.20, $4.20 tip, and then $5 super chat or $5 tip and up. Cool. All right. So new animations now with sound effects, moral support pop-ups on Kick. We've got all these new improvements to all of my streaming content. Okay. Thank you for $5 of support. Let's just get to it. Let's talk about this up front. So we are currently at 93 out of 100 goals of support for this week. And we get a reward at 100. When we hit 100 goals hit, it'll be DSP tries it, claim jumper. So I am hoping to hit 100 goals by the end of the week. It was kind of weird because we had good support going into Death Stranding 2, and we had some decent support for like the first hour. Then all of a sudden, it just completely stopped in the last like 90 minutes. I got like nothing for the end of the stream. So we ended up the first stream yesterday, we ended at around $100 of support. Now listen, that's not bad. That's great. Really, $100 on a stream is great for me. I'm not complaining, but we didn't hit the goal. So we stayed at 92 out of 100. Now, last night when we play Minecraft, but we usually get to near the end of the stream and we haven't hit our support goal, right? But what ends up happening is we'll get to the end of the stream. I'll say goodnight to the on-demand viewers. I'll stop recording. I'll turn to the viewer audience for the stream to say, okay, guys, so here's what's going on tomorrow. And then just when I'm about to go offline, someone contributes and we hit the goal. Now, we try to push forward here and hit some more goals this week. Like I said, what I would want to do is by the end of the week, I'd like to hit the 100 goals and do DSP tries at claim jumper. I mean, obviously the last chance to do that would be Friday during the marathon. But if we do it earlier than that, then I'll order earlier. We'll do it either, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday we'll order something else, and we'll have basically 2 meals this week. But that's okay if we don't. If it ends up being that we hit it on Friday, that's perfectly fine. Let's see what happens this week. Thank you guys for chilling. Thanks for waiting. All right. Let's get some support this morning. So far, we've got who subbed over on Kick. Can we get our first super chat of the day, so therefore we can see our first animation and sound effect for the day? Can we get our first tip of the day, so we can see our first animation there and sound effect? Maybe we get some members, or maybe we can get some subs over on Kick. Let's get some support rolling to hit our goal today and keep moving towards DSP tries it at the end of this week. Okay? Outside of that, that's all I got for today. There's nothing really going on in gaming news. There's nothing very important to talk about. Therefore, I want to open up the show to you guys for some Q&A. Now, if we end up hanging out for a little bit and running out of things to talk about, we can end the podcast early and we can jump into Donkey Kong Bonanza to make extra progress today. No, save us GTA 6. Drinking streams don't scare me with my past addiction. I'm not an out-of-control alcoholic, and you saying that makes you sound really fucking stupid. Really, it does. Like, you guys keep saying dumb shit like that. Do I drink on every stream? Am I out of control? Even during the marathons that I do once a month, Am I out of control drunk? The fuck are you talking about? Jeez. The problem is people, I swear to God, people on the internet are like, it's either black or white. It's either you're a full-blown alcoholic or you're a 100% straight-edge teetotaler. No, you can be in the middle. You wear that? It's called moderation. Try it sometime. Okay. No, it's not that I have a young audience that doesn't understand. It's that the people who say dumb stuff like this on my streams are just trying to content farm. Like, oh, former alcoholic speaks about how it's okay to drink, and here's the clip. They're morons. They're not actually trying to say anything. They're not concerned for my well-being. They're just morons who are trying to content farm. I'm not stupid. All right. So please tag me in the chat, guys. Again, whatever you want to talk about. And, we'll see where the conversation takes us. Like I said, if it dies down and there's not much to talk about today, we can end the show early and we can get into Donkey Kong early. I'm okay with that. Wings of Redemption. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Why is it your business what he puts his money in? If he streams and people give him money, he has the right to spend that money on whatever he wants. And he can tell you about it, or he doesn't have to tell you about it. He can lie about it. He has the right to do whatever the hell he wants, and you'll like it because he already has the money because you gave it to him. So what the hell is your problem? All right, guys. We get some support today. So far, we got a sub and a $1 tip. Don't you want to see some of these animations and sound effects that I've implemented for you? Please, let's get some support on the stream and get that rolling so that we can hit our goal for today. Who's going to be our first super chatter of the day? Who's going to be our first sub of the day? Who's going to be our first tip of the day that gets an animation? It has to be $4.20 or more, not $1. Jade, how are you today? Good to see you, Jade. I received a $4.19 tip. This person said, sorry, Phil. So this person basically tipping just under the thresholds to see an animation with a sound effect. So you do not get to hear the new sound effect that I put in for the 420 animation because that person only tipped $4.19. Well, it is what it is, I guess. No animations and no sound effects for you guys. Jane says he misses Sly. He was a big fan, and he watched all my Sly Cooper playthroughs from the past. I know. I like playing them, too. They're great games. It's pretty sad that Sly's kind of retired now. Can I do a workout stream for the next reward goal? No. If and when I work out will be my own personal thing, and I'm not going to really, do that on stream. I'm not a workout streamer. I'm not a health streamer. No, I do not get paid when you use channel points. That does not happen. I do actually make some income off of your views on Kick because I'm part of the partner program. But I do not actually get anything if you're using channel points. You don't even get anything with the fucking Wednesday meal. It's literally a fucking ripoff saying, hey, stupid Americans, dumb fucks, spend more money for the same food because you're so fucking dumb. Oh, look, we drew a W on the fucking fry box. Pay us $7 more. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm not stupid. What other streamers do I like to watch? Well, my wife and I have watched a variety of streamers over the years. Probably in the last 5 years, we've probably watched anywhere between 10 to 15 different streamers, okay? But I'm not going to ever say who it is because sadly, these weirdos on the internet, I'm not kidding. If I ever told you, oh, I watched this streamer and their content, I liked it, they would go over and harass that person for literally no reason. I wouldn't be doing it. They would, just because they think somehow that would get at me. Now, it wouldn't. It wouldn't have anything to do. It wouldn't affect me. But these people are that dumb. Like, they go do things like that for absolutely no reason, but they're just fucked in the head. They're actually broken mentally. They're snapped, cracked. So I'm never going to talk about stuff like that because that way I don't want the fact that these idiots stalk me to then, go negatively on other people. So I'm not going to talk about that. All right. It seems like we're running out of topics to talk about. So unless we get a few more, we'll probably end the show early. And as you guys can see, we got almost no support on the podcast today. So I am hoping that we will get some once I start playing Donkey Kong. Obviously, we want to keep momentum going. We have now hit goals 3 streams out of the 6 I've done this week, but we want to get them hit today. Please support the stream if you can. And last chance, if you would like to talk about something, tag me in the chat. Okay. Anything else, guys? Or shall we end the show? Can we get, how about this? Before the show ends, can we get one super chat, one tip big enough to get an animation? Can we get one member? We haven't had any members. And can we get one more sub? Can we just spread it around a little bit? And then we'll begin with Donkey Kong. Because I can't believe how slow of a support we've had on this podcast. It's not a good sign. I certainly hope that that'll turn around when I start playing Donkey Kong, but you never know. Can we get one of each kind of support? And can we, for the goodness sake, I added all these new animations and sound effects. Can we see some of them? Come on. All right. So thanks for chilling with me here today, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the Level 1 podcast.
Hey, don't go away. Life with Derek is next.
Then
I can't like unfuck her sister.
and sister.
So, but why is it in my forum? It has nothing to do with it.